Hi guys, Nigel Farage's Reform UK offer nothing but simple solutions to complex problems, and they know that this is enough to get them into power. Now, the town of Epping, which is at the centre of the latest flare-up on the issue of immigration, had some people in it who don't agree with Nigel Farage and understand that shouting at people from the street is not going to work. So have a listen to this interview Politics Joe had with somebody from Epping.
You've got people that are already in a bit of a mess, who've probably been forced out of their homes because countries like ours have bombed them in the first place, who have probably not wanted to stay in a hotel. They probably wanted to join their families and get a job or whatever. So they're suffering. But I don't know, let's go in a most positive way of looking at it. Maybe it will force the government to do something more permanent to look after these people. I don't pretend to know the answer to them housing people that need housing. But I do know that people screaming and shouting outside when people aren't having a good time anyway, it's not going to help anyone.
Okay, and he's completely correct. This is not going to help anyone. You know, these protests outside the Asylum hotels, what is it going to do? It's just going to move the problem somewhere else. So if people are not happy with asylum seekers in their area, forcing them into another area is not going to solve the problem. It benefits certain politicians, but it's not going to resolve the issue. Now, I think it's also important for us on the left to be very clear about some of these responses. Now, people will say, as this man has pointed out, and this is not a criticism directed at this guy, but when we say, well, people are coming because our armed forces bombed their countries, to a certain extent, that's true. But if we look at the numbers that are coming from countries like Afghanistan and Pakistan, while in the case of Afghanistan, yes, we created this disaster. We in the West are responsible for the return of the Taliban. And if people are fleeing the Taliban, we have a responsibility in Europe, in the UK, in the United States to look after these people because we created this problem. Now, when it comes to Pakistan, and see, this argument doesn't work when it comes to Pakistan because a significant number of people are claiming asylum from there. Now, why are they doing it? Pakistan is not really at war with itself at the moment. There isn't a dictatorship in place, but there are significant problems in Pakistan which is driving people out. There are terrorism and sectarian violence issues. For example, we know when it comes to India and Pakistan over the issue of Kashmir, there is internal conflict taking place. Many Pakistanis are leaving because of unemployment issues, because of a lack of social justice. People feel that the system is working against them. They feel that they have no opportunities in Pakistan, so they are leaving. And then, of course, because Britain was an empire and Pakistan was originally India and India was part of the empire, there are connections to Britain. There are a lot of Pakistanis in Britain. People have a connection to Britain, so they're more likely to go to Britain as opposed to France, Germany, Ireland, or other countries around the world. So that there is a pull factor in the sense that people have a connection to Britain. They have family, friends in Britain, and they're more likely to go there. There are serious issues in Pakistan. It's not all down to war. And I think it's important for us on the left not just to grab the simple response with, well, we bombed their countries, because in some cases that's not true, as in the case with Pakistan. There are serious issues in Pakistan when it comes to social justice, to economic mobility, corruption. The government is not functioning correctly, so many people are leaving as a result of that. And this, we have to understand, we have to recognize this, that not everyone who is claiming asylum is coming from a war-torn country. But you notice that the right wing will focus on this type of rhetoric, saying these are military-age young men. Why aren't they in their homes fighting back against their government? In a huge country like Pakistan, it's very difficult to change the system. So people have given up and they're going somewhere where they feel they have a better opportunity in life. And it's important that people integrate, but it's also important that the integration is facilitated. So this is a very complicated issue. Simple answers like just deport everyone or everyone is coming because their country has been bombed by us are not the proper responses. The responses have to be more nuanced, have to be more complicated. Unfortunately, that's the reality. And reaching for simple solutions or simple rhetoric is not going to work, be it on the left or on the right. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.